Today I'm just gonna talk about, Esau and Jacob, man. I want to cover that, so I ain't gonna waste no time. Let's hop right into it, man. Romans 9:13, as it is written, Jacob I have loved, but Esau I have hated. Now I always wondered about that verse, man. I used to say, like, why the Most High hated Esau like that, And you have to remember that, the Most High is fair and just. He's a fair and just God. So he didn't just hate Esau for no reason. He hated Esau because of the wickedness that he did, man. You know what I mean? Esau wasn't a just and upright man. So you have to remember, man, it was prophesied in the womb, so the Most High already knew. Now, Jacob was slimy, man. He did some slimy things. As far as, like, when Esau came back from hunting and he was thirsty and he asked for something to drink, Jacob, he could have just gave him something to drink, but he wanted to be slimy. And he said, give me your birthright, and then I'll give you the bowl of soup. And Esau did it. And I think that's the reason that the Most High despised Esau and he hated him right there, because he had to ask himself, what manner of man is this that he would sell his inheritance for a bowl of soup? So this man will do anything to get what he wants, That's what the Most High, didn't like about Esau, man. He would do anything to get what he wanted. And that was just an example right there, What if, your parents saved you $500,000 and you just gave it away for a bottle of Aquafina because you was thirsty that day? That's stupid. So the Most High didn't like Esau for that, man. He wasn't a just and upright man. He would do anything, to have his way. That's why the Most High didn't like him, But Esau was favored by his father, And Jacob was favored by his mother, Esau was a wild man. He was a very skilled hunter. Esau, yeah, he was a very skilled hunter. And Jacob, he was the opposite of that. I think he was a shepherd, and he was quiet. He was meek, He stayed to himself. He was shy. But Esau was the older brother. And I think that the father, I believe it was Isaac, I didn't think even though he liked Esau, he didn't have that discernment, man. He didn't have that discernment. And that's why the mother, Rebecca, she said, no, you can't have this blessing, man. She was saying, no, man, this blessing can't go to Esau. It has to go to Jacob. Because she had the discernment to see in between the two, Jacob was the one that was really, taking care of business at home. Esau was doing whatever he want. He'd go out whenever he want, Like, he really didn't care about anything. And like I said, that's all going back to him selling his birthright for the soup, So the mother had that discernment to see that Esau wasn't, no, it shouldn't go to him, And people, they really wanted, even though Jacob was slimy, he didn't make that decision, though. His mom forced him to make that decision, But like I said before, it was already ordained by the Most High, before they came out the womb. It would be two different nations, in her womb, man. Now we're gonna take a look at one of Esau's blessings. That's what we're gonna do right now. So this was one of the blessings that Isaac gave on to Esau that was left over after Jacob, took the blessing. Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven above. So right here you see Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth, man. The finer things in life. Money, expensive cars, This is his blessing, man. Like, he enjoys the things of the earth, man. Like, whatever comes with the earth, He enjoys it, man. The life of luxury, you should say, pretty much. They live in the best places. This was their blessing, man. And in order, for some of us, To enjoy that, we have to sell out to get a little piece of his blessing, man. You know what I mean? The finer things in life, man. This is Esau's blessing, man. Now we're going to take a look at Jacob's blessing, man. Genesis 27, verse 28. Therefore, God gave thee the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee. So you see right here, Jacob also got the blessing of the fatness of the earth too. Plus, he was, you know what I mean, his older brother had to serve him. You know what I mean? That brothers, he's going to be over, you know what I mean, his older brothers. And the nations have to bow down and serve him. And it's not talking about the fake Jews on Israel. I mean, let's point that out right quick. I mean, anybody that curses Jacob, they're going to be cursed. Anybody that blesses him, they're going to be blessed. But what I really wanted to point out in this is Jacob also received the fatness of the earth too. That was one of his blessings too. We're going to keep going. And we're going to look at another one of Esau's blessings, man. So this is one of Esau's blessings, the second one. Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So Esau's second blessing was the sword, man. The sword. You know what I mean? This was Esau's blessing, man. The sword, man. This is his blessing. This was the second, the sword. And you see what it says. You know what I mean? In due time, he's going to rise up and use the sword, his sword, and it's not talking about the word in this instance, to take the yoke off his brother's neck. You know what I mean? We're going to keep going, man. So the nation of Israel, they went to war with the Babylonians, and the Babylonians ended up defeating them. And when that happened, the nation of Edom, the Edomites, they started rejoicing, man. They were happy. Yeah, Israel is down, man. They down, and they aligned themselves with the Babylonians, man. They were happy. They were rejoicing when we fell. You know what I mean? And this happened in 500 to 475 BC. You know what I mean? And that was them gaining dominion and removing the yoke that they had, you know what I mean, from their brethren's neck, as it says in Genesis, you know what I mean, as the prophecy said. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He was going to live by the sword, and then he was going to be able to take that yoke off, man. And this was when they did it, man. You know what I mean? And this is when they started having gaining dominion over the nation of Israel, man. You know what I mean? Because they live by the sword. You know what I mean? But you know what the Most High said? If you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. You know what I mean? So right here, these are the tools and the blessings, you know what I mean, of Esau, man. This is his sword that he uses today on us, man. You know what I mean? The CIA, the FBI, you know what I mean? I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go to the NSA, the Department of Defense. War is, you know what I mean, a continuation of politics. That's all it is. And for all my target individuals that be in gang stalk, Department of Homeland Security, man. You know what I mean? Drug Enforcement Agency. You know what I mean? These are his tools, man. This is his sword, man. You know what I mean? And he doesn't use none of these things righteously. You know what I mean? But he was blessed with it. You know what I mean? And that's why this is not a carnal fight, because we can't take this devil down with his own blessing, man. You know what I mean? This is a spiritual fight, man. We can't take Esau down. I mean, he was blessed with these things, man. This is his blessing, man. And you see he uses them well, man. And this is how he was able, you know what I mean, to conquer us, man. with these tools that he have, man. He's blessed with the sword and has the fatness of the earth, man. I mean, But we have that. He doesn't have that spiritual. You don't have that spiritual connection with the Most High, man. I mean, that's what we got, man. But we don't think nothing much of it. But our spiritual connection is greater than what Esau has, man. I mean, what he has in money and wealth, I mean, we have in spirit, man. But we don't feel like we doing any damage, man. I mean, but this is his blessing, man. Of course, man, the police shoot us down in the street. You know what I mean? This is his sword, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. Don't use any of these things righteously, man. And it's been a perpetual hatred, man, with Esau and Jacob. And it's still going on today. So Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him with. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. I will slay my brother Jacob, man. There you go. You know what I mean? And this was this all about, man. Esau wanted the blessing, man. Eh? And he felt like he's still worthy of it, but the Most High didn't want him to have that, man. Because look at what he's doing with the blessings that he have. You know what I mean? He's corrupted them. You know what I mean? And this is why the Most High hated Esau, man. You know what I mean? He wanted rulership. This is what they care about. This is what Esau cares about. Rulership and dominion. And like I said, he's gonna do anything to get it, man. I mean, and as you can see with the tools that I just showed you in the last slide, I mean, of his sword, he uses these things unrighteously, man. Just like how they got you guys on this target individualist, man. You know what I mean? That's one of his weapons, man. Homeland security. Oh man, this book is nothing but the truth, man. You know what I mean? So he want to he's slaying his brother Jacob, man, because of rulership, man. That's all Esau cares about. Power. You know what I mean? Power. Let's go. 2nd Ezra 6:9, though. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth, man. So, I mean, his time is running short, man. His time it's the end of the world, man. For Esau, man. His rulership is coming to an end. You know what I mean? All these other nations are starting to get tired of America. You know what I mean? They're looking, you know what I mean? Their ways are coming back to, you know what I mean? Their ways of hypocrisy is coming back to bite them. You know what I mean? In their ass, you know? And, you know, the weaker nations are becoming stronger, man. You know what I mean? So this is the end of Esau, man. For real. One thing I wanted to point out that I forgot was, remember I said that Jacob was also blessed with the fatness of the earth like Esau. Remember? But because he grew dominion over us, he's taken that blessing away, man. I mean, we no longer have the fatness of the earth, man, because we've been conquered. You know what I mean? Everything in America has been acquired unrighteously. You know what I mean? Through the networking of the Freemasons and the secret societies. You know what I mean? They've broken every treaty they made. You know what I mean? They've acquired everything in Africa unrighteously. You know what I mean? You mean all those wicked niggas over there that sold out to him to live like him for crumbs of his blessings? You know what I mean? They're gonna be destroyed, man. You know what I mean? They pushed us out of the areas that we live. We living in the ghettos now. You know what I mean? So this is what they did, man. You know what I mean? This is what they did. You know what I mean? Oh man. You know, but we got next at the kingdom, man. You know what I mean? We got next at the kingdom, man. You know what I mean? Because his rulership is coming to an end. You know? This is what they did. You know what I mean? They've taken away our fatness of the earth, and now Esau is enjoying all of it, man. And like I said, in order for you guys to enjoy what he has, you have to sell out, man. You know what I mean? For a little piece, for the crumbs, man, of his blessings. And when the Most High, man, what the Most High got coming to us, man. You guys gonna be ashamed that you didn't endure to the end, man. I'm telling you that right now. Boy. Oh man. they don't want to be under us, man. They're not going to be one under the power of the true Israelites, man. You know what I mean? When we come back into you know what I mean, full power, this is what they trying to prevent, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? They try to stop their elect from waking up. You know what I mean? They not gonna be then they don't want to be under us, man. I mean, this is why he loved that power, man. They love control and power, man. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, as long as you're doing the right thing with it, but they haven't been ruled righteously, man. These guys could do whatever they want. The judge is gonna rule in their favor. All these judges is Freemasons, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And this is how they got to the top, man. And this is why the Most High hated Esau, man. You know what I mean? They don't want to be under us, man. But that time is coming, man. It's inevitable, man. You know what I mean? And then you're going to see true power. You know what I mean? I mean, because the kings of kings going to be right there. You know what I mean? All right. And on that note, I want to leave with just a few verses out of Psalms 37. I'm going to start at verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and withered as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so thou shalt dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Now I'm going to skip down to verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth, man. Those that wait upon the Lord is going to inherit the earth. All praises to the Most High for that, man. You know what I mean? The Most High is building the house of David. You know what I mean? Making manifest the house of Saul. He's separating the 1/3 from the 2/3, the wheat and the tares, the goats and the sheep. You know what I mean? He's bringing out all the wickedness that Esau has done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All the wickedness that he's done, that he's been trying to hide. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, and this is why Esau hates us, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For rulership, man. But all praises to the Most High for that, man. You know what I mean? Making us a table before our enemies. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You guys take care. All praises to the Most High, man.